Het-Heru, Assalamu alaikum, namaste. This is Het-Heru with another video for you. And in this video, I want to talk about the 2 ways to meditate. But before I do that, I want you to hit the like button in this video below. And if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button to get notifications of when I go live or upload more videos of this nature. And also, we have some free ebooks that you can take advantage of right now. You just go below and look at the links, and you can start reading those ebooks right away. And they deal with all types of new age esoteric stuff, basically elaborating what I'm going to be talking about today. So go ahead and get those free ebooks. Now let's talk about the 2 ways to meditate. First and foremost, you should understand that meditation overall is good for your health. They've done many studies that show that meditating on a daily basis reduces stress, reduces anxiety, and people who suffer from things like high blood pressure, it can lower your blood pressure. It can have you think more clearly, hence it improves your cognitive faculties. In other words, it makes you smarter. And for those who I work with, especially teachers in accelerated learning and super learning, I prescribe meditation to help individuals learn quicker. You know, and meditation is kind of similar to hypnotherapy, but not the same thing. So it can be a beneficial help in those areas in terms of studying, because you're putting yourself into a very calm and receptive state, so you're able to learn and pick up more. And meditation makes you less emotional. We live in a society that indulges the emotions, and hence you have people who are just out of control emotionally or have a knee-jerk emotional reaction to things. And I was one of those people until I started meditating on a constant basis, and I got more calm and more relaxed and more centered, because I was working as like a project manager, and things would start to happen, and it would like in the I-Ching, where it talks about the 51st hexagram, you'll be pushed left and pushed right, and you just have to learn to center yourself, and meditation can help you do that. All right. Now, the 2 ways of meditating is, number 1, I talked about you can meditate just for the health benefits, just to be centered. Another thing is you can meditate to achieve an objective in your life. And this is where we get into things like reality transurfing, or the law of attraction, or like visualization, or the secret, things like that. But meditation is the gateway to the right brain. And that enables you to start accessing your powers, accessing the Akashic records, accessing the ether, so that you can manipulate reality and align forces to your benefit. All right, so what I'm going to show you is the practical, simplified technique so that you can go out there and start meditating. And this will apply to both techniques, whether it be meditating for health or meditating for like reality manifestation or to achieve an objective. Now, what I would say, if you're looking to achieve an objective, set the objective. It could be to buy that house, get a new car, or get that mate. And that objective, you need to have a visualization, a frame as we call it, or in reality transurfing, they call it a slide, of seeing yourself with the individual sitting in the car or in the house. And it should be emotionally stimulating to you, meaning that whenever you see it, or you see that slide in your mind's eye, you get excited about the prospects of having that one thing. So let's go into the meditation technique. So basically, it's great if you can go out in nature and meditate, but you can do it in your house. Just make sure you're not going to be disturbed. Find a very quiet place. And you're going to just sit down like this. Now, there's all kinds of different things. People sometimes will use hand gestures. I call them kujikiri, Japanese term for it, or peace symbols or whatever, to meditate like this. You can do whatever's comfortable, but starting out, I prescribe it. You just put your hands, your palms face down on your legs here, your lap, and sit up straight. You want to make sure your spine is erect, you're sitting straight, looking forward. All right. And the thing that you need to know is when you start your breathing pattern, you're going to breathe in through the nose and you're going to breathe out through your mouth. Never in through the mouth. All right. In through the nose and out through the mouth. So what we're going to be doing is what they call in the Hindu tradition is the pot belly breathing. So when you're breathing in through the nose, you're extending your belly. And then when you're breathing out through your mouth, you're contracting the belly real tightly, because you're bringing in that good prana, breath, good air, and you're breathing out the bad stuff, all right? And this is also akin to the yin and yang functionality, all right? So when we breathe in, breathing in through the nose, extending the belly outward, and then breathing out through the mouth, and then contracting the belly and trying to contract it so that all that bad air or the bad prana is basically coming out. It's like, they've made the discovery of that new black hole, and I think it's in the galaxy of M87. Or is it M81? Well, I think it's M87, where there's a jet stream coming from the black hole because it's ejecting all that matter and stuff that it absorbed. And you can actually see the jet stream in the colorization that they've done, because they had to colorize it so you can see it. But this is kind of like the same thing. You can make the equivalent to this, is that you're breathing in and you're breathing out that jet stream, all that bad stuff coming out, is coming out. Because the black hole has the two things. It has where it's pulling everything in and not even light escapes it. And then on the other side, it's ejecting with the jet stream all of that stuff. So think of it that way if you want. So palms face down, looking forward, sitting down, relaxing, breathing in, and then breathing out. Now, one of the things you want to have is a mantra. Now, a mantra could be an affirmation, but we use the Vedic mantras that correspond to the deities for a specific objective. So if I'm going for wealth, I will use Ma'at's mantra of Shring, and I'll recite that over and over. Now, the thing that you need to keep in mind is you're moving from a left brain state to a right brain state. What does that mean? The left brain is the waking state, okay? And then the right brain is what we would make the equivalent to the subconscious state, or we can say the sleeping state, but you don't want to go to sleep. So when you're repeating the mantra over and over again, it's putting the left brain to sleep, the waking state to sleep, and then you're moving over to the right brain. Now, the thing is, you have to be careful. There is a sweet spot there, because if you go too far to the right brain, you're going to fall asleep. And you don't want to fall asleep. You want to stay semi-awake. You want to be in that sweet spot, okay? And that is the spot where you can relax, obtain wisdom and knowledge from the Akashic records, or you can engage your visualization to achieve your objective. So now, the thing that we want to do is, starting out, is we can close our eyes, then breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. All right, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, when we're doing that, we're reciting our mantra in our mind, mentally, over and over again. And I'll just say it verbally so you understand. So it will be like, Ong Shirling, Ong Shirling, Ong Shirling, Ong Shirling. Now I put as the prefix or ahead of the mantra Shring, Ong, A-U-N-G. Others will say Om, which is O-M-G. Same thing, the vibration is the same thing. All right, and that's the utterance of the word that Neter made to enact or to bring forth creation. Om. And in the Bible it says, in the beginning there was the Word. The Word is the sonic vibration, the frequency that brought everything into being. It is Nu. Nu is the electromagnetic field of the energy, and it is the sound vibrations of that electromagnetic field. All right, so now we have learned to sit, relax, breathe into the nose, breathe out. Now, you can continually do this, and what you'll notice is that you'll get into a very peaceful and blissful state. And that's the state you want to be in. And you just have to be careful, because again, the longer you do this, you're going to start to move totally into that right brain, and you don't want to get to a point where you suddenly fall off to sleep. Then you're not doing yourself any justice. All right? Now, the other thing is, when you feel yourself become super relaxed and in that sweet spot, you want to enact your visualization. Start visualizing yourself with the object of your desire. And you can play out a scenario where you're jumping into the car, that Lamborghini, and you're driving around town having people admire you, or you get the keys to the house, you walk into the house, and you take a tour of the house. That's great. Now, a lot of people starting out and doing the meditation, they really can't do it for long. They say that they start to itch, or they start to role play things about their bills, their work, their kids. Well, in that case, then you should look into taking something like GABA, which is an amino acid, which can help you calm down prior to doing the meditation, or take a vitamin B. But the thing you want to do is to continually do this, because you're building a pattern or a habit of getting into that calm, blissful state. I do expect the first time you do this, yes, you're going to have some problems sitting down and focusing and saying the mantra and getting into that peaceful state, because we're living in a society that wants to basically bombard your senses with all kinds of distractions. It doesn't want you to focus and be at peace. It wants to continually have you act out in your emotions, you know, and we see where you have athletes that are paid millions and millions of dollars to do what they do, but when you have those individuals like the Hindu sages and African sages or shaman that come along and have mastered the mind and are at peace, and they want to show people how to get centered or get to nirvana or wherever, they're not paid any money, they're not given any accolades, you know? So the value system of a society is way, way off, all right? So I want you to understand that. Now, we can take this to another advanced level where I get into the different states, the beta, the alpha, the theta, the delta. We can talk about that. I don't want to convolute or confuse this. This is just basic understanding of the techniques that you need to do meditations. And really, you can meditate anywhere. You can be walking and put yourself in a meditative state, a relaxed state. Now, in future videos, I'll get into how to program yourself in this meditation state to where you can use a trigger, such as when you snap your hands, you automatically get into the state of peace, or you automatically enact a learning state, which is what we do when you want to learn something. Learning can be a certain state, you know, and when you snap your fingers, you go into that super learning state where you absorb things real quickly and you learn fast, you know. Or when you're getting into an argument, you can itch your wrist or your finger, and that is a trigger that will put you into a relaxed state, and you can like dismiss yourself from that situation and be at peace and not have to continue the argument with someone, you know, because you don't want to disrupt your life and your peace, and you don't want to fill your life with anxiety and stress. This is why meditation is important. And I guarantee you, the more you meditate, you'll start to get insights and wisdoms and downloads, and things will start to be clearer. You'll have a better direction in life. So it's just, it's a win-win situation overall. And starting out, I think you should try to meditate for about 5 minutes a day, then increase that to 10 minutes, to the point of where you can do at least 30 minutes of meditation in one session, and then you move on to an hour. The bare minimum I do is an hour of meditation. So I hope this is helpful, and I've kind of simplified this so you can just start right away, get into it. If you're looking for any mantras, please reach out to me and I can prescribe some mantras for you to work with, or you can use any affirmation such as I am wealthy, or I am attracting the car I desire, or I'm attracting the house I desire. You can create those affirmations that will help you in your meditative state. All right, so this is Kasak Keparu, son of Ma'at and Tahuti. My aunt is the beautiful goddess Het-Heru. Until my next video, Amen Ra.